Brush Ninja, which is an animated GIF creator. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open a new tab in your search bar, and you're going to write in the search bar, Brush Ninja, BrushNinja, Brush Ninja. Then it will bring you to this website. So first we're going to start by understanding our keyframes and our in-between frames. So for example, I already started to make an animation, because we're just exploring today, where this little robot friend moves from one side of the page up and to the other side, like so. So my keyframe is that he's up, and then my last keyframe is that he's down, moving to the other side. So let's make a new one together. All right, so let's start with choosing a shape. At the top of your tools bar, you're going to find this little shape feature. Choose the tool that you'd like to use. You can also decide what color you want your shape to be. You can have it outlined, or you can also have it filled in. So for example, right now, I just have a pink circle with nothing filled in. If I wanted to change it, I hit undo, click the little paint bucket, and I can fill in my shape. All right, so I want to get this ball from one end of my screen to the other through an animation. So my keyframe, my first keyframe, is that the ball's over here. My last keyframe, it will be over here. So I'm going to click the duplicate button at the bottom. So you can see that there's a trash can and then a duplicate bottom for our frames. So I clicked duplicate, and I'm going to scroll to the top, and I'm going to switch from being in the shapes feature to my move and select tool. And I'm just going to move my ball or circle a little bit and scroll down to my frames, because now I'm starting my in-between frames. And I'm going to move the ball a little bit more. And then I'm going to make a duplicate again, so you can see here are my frames. And I'm going to move the ball a little bit. And I'm going to keep repeating that until I get to my end frame. My end keyframe, where the ball is all the way to the other side. Okay, so now I have the ball on the other side with my keyframes right here. Let's hit play. Look at that, now the ball's traveling. So the animation works because we have keyframes and in-between frames. So each time I move the ball a little bit. So here's my first animation. I'm ready to save it. I can go to the top, and I can hit save, and it will say processing animation. I want to make sure that I label my animation, so I'm just going to call it circle animation, and I'm going to put today's date. So write whatever the date is, so that way you can keep it all organized, and hit save file, let it save, and then all done. And then you can practice a new one. So we'll click new again. You can change the size if you want to make it even wider. You can choose a different sticker. There's lots more in the more feature here. So if you wanted to choose maybe, we can have, let's see what we can choose. This robot head. Oh, I want it to be filled in, so I'm going to go back, have it filled in green. So I click on this little select fill button. So I see that both of them are filled in. And I'm going to have my little guy moving from one end to the other. So here's my keyframe. Move him. Oopsie, I forgot to change into the select tool. Now I can move him. Duplicate. Maybe I'll have him bouncing up a little bit. All right, so my keyframes at the beginning and the end, and I can hit play and look at him moving all around. All right, so now it's your turn. You're going to hit save again. I'm going to call this robot animation, and I'm going to put the date. All right, now it's your turn. How can you use Brush Ninja to create an animation with keyframes and in between frames.